yelling at Cricket when I started my stream, which is hilarious. Cricket's being bad. She being bad. Hellumin everyone, how are you? 来てくれてありがとう。今日はね、日経やろうかなと思ったよ。Hellumin, hi hi. How are you? Alright, today has been a very, very, very long day of screaming into microphones. I only just finished work about 15 minutes ago, so I was like, oh no, I gotta set up for the stream. So I have not eaten dinner yet, so I will probably eat dinner on stream, you know, like an adult. But yeah, I thought I'd play some NIKKE while I was at it. What's up? How are you? What did Cricket do? She tried to eat plastic multiple times. We removed her from the plastic and she tried really hard to get it again. So, you know, she's being bad. She being bad. Yeah, no worries. I will eat when food is done. Stella is currently experimenting in the kitchen. So we'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. Cricket listened to too much plastic love. You know, honestly, maybe. Who among us has not tried to eat plastic, right? What's it called again? Like PFAS? Like the plastic that's just like in like your plastic water bottles and stuff like that you can't get out of? Oh no. No, cancel. Don't want that then. This one maybe? Okay. Hellumin, welcome. Today's just gonna be a comfy NIKKE stream. Eat plastic and sausage. Plastic is in all of our bodies. We're just gonna have cancer. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, because Cricket tried to eat plastic, so when I started the stream, Stella was yelling at Cricket, and it was like probably on mic. Probably caught on the mic. Probably. That is my guess, is that it was caught on the mic. So, you know. Super. But yeah, that's why we're talking about eating plastic. And then I was thinking, like, you know, PFAS, what are they? Like the plastic, the little baby plastics that, like, wash off in your, like, plastic water bottles and stuff like that. We're consuming plastic every day. It's not good. It's not great. No. Nope. Alright, so how's everyone doing today? Please let the experiment be more edible than the things I hear from other streams. Generally, Stella's good at cooking. I would say her biggest weakness in cooking is not adding enough seasoning. But nothing she makes isn't yummy. It's all good. Little baby plastic. Yeah, that little baby plastic for you. I remember having a plastic drinking bottle as a school kid. Yeah. Like, A, germy breeding ground, yes. B, PFAS are not good for you. But yeah, SSS, hi! 来てくれてありがとう. So yeah, like I would say definitely like Stella's food tends to be on the deliciouser side of things. Today she's making some kind of doria. I don't know what kind of doria. I don't know what a doria is in English. Sorry, ごめん、英語わかんない。ドリアはドリアだね。うちのルームメイトのステラちゃんが今ドリア作ってますなので完成したら多分配信で食べようかな。それしかないな。温かいうちに食べたいからにゃー。シェフステラドリア。そうだよ、ドリアはドリア。なんかね、作ったことがなさそうなのでちょっとだけ心配してますね。作ったことある？ない。Nope, she's not made it before. So we'll find out how that goes. Doria? Doria. What's Doria in English? She doesn't know either. わかんない。ないかも。Doria is Doria. It's like cheese and it's like a base of some kind of meat or vegetable and then it's covered in cheese. There's rice too. It's like a rice cheese cream conglomeration of deliciousness. なんか全然説明できへん。Finally broke 160 walls since last NIKKE stream. Frozen madness, that's so good to hear. I'm still trying to break my wall with some more girls. グラッタンじゃないな。ちょっと似てるけどにゃ。グラッタンではないけどにゃ。あれドリアってどう説明すればいいねん。So like It's not dissimilar from Groton, but it's not quite Groton. Is it Groton? なんか近いけど違うな。Taco with plastic. Everything is plastic. Hopefully there's not too much plastic in our doria. Yeah, it's like Japan's interpretation of Groton Kamo. But right. But right. そうだね。Like rice系グラタン的な感じ？ね。ご飯に乗ったシチューとかにゃ。So yeah, like maybe like a stew with rice and cheese, maybe. Yeah, I would say most similar to that. A type of rice casserole. Casserole! Okay, yeah, it's a hot dish. It's a hot dish! Oh no, don't do that. Ah, I did. Okay. I didn't know Lumin played Gacha. You bet I do. Genshin's my favorite game in the universe. I think I've officially given up on Wuwa though. But yeah, I still play Genshin every day. And then I play NIKKE every day. I missed the raid today though. I was working. So today's raid hit at noon in Japan time, and I was in a recording from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I missed it. By the time my recording was over and I could not play this game during recording because for this studio, phone signals are completely blocked by like layers of concrete. So yeah, I had absolutely no access until 2 and it was like done. I was like, no! Oh well. So 前回もね、そうだったんだよ。I have a terrible relationship. I think it's a good relationship. Me and Gachas get along well. I'd say we get along well because like I know not to spend over my means and like I don't overplay them. So like with NIKKE and stuff like that, like I don't really, unless it's a character I super duper want, like Phantom, I don't really buy any of the packs or anything. And like with Genshin I have like a monthly limit, and so I would actually say I have a great relationship with gachas because I'm not addicted to gambling. But if you happen to have an addictive personality, maybe don't. Maybe don't. Get them dues. That's right. I'm gonna get my dues. Phantom o Netama desu. If you're in a union that can finish day 1, you're all good. Yeah, they finished in like 2 hours. I was like, oh, I was like, I wanted to pull my weight, but let's be real. They're all so much stronger than me. I am the second weakest person in my union, but I'm not the most weak person, so I'm pretty happy about that. Lumin, sweet little star. Can you tell us your overall game time with gacha-related games? Oh, actually, I was looking at my Genshin game time the other day. It's not too bad. Right, Stella? She just laughed at me. She just went, Want to know how many... Hey, how about you guys guess? Guess how many hours I have played Genshin. Keep in mind, I downloaded Genshin about a month after it came out because I was waiting to see if there would be a Switch version and like, nakanaka denasaso no de. So yeah, just guess. Okay, it's not 5,000 hours. It's not even 3K. I'm not even doing that bad. See, they're guessing way worse things. See, Stella? See? I'm fine. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. Meta, that's really close. So the total time was 1,488 hours of Genshin. It's not even that bad, right? And that's just on the one account, though. Are you showing it to me for a reason? Oh, okay, so Stella has come with a hot dish. You're on PC. I'm on PS5. I don't know how to check my hours on Genshin. The PS5 tells me. But yeah, it was only like 1,500-ish, so I'm not doing that bad. I'm doing fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. That job. So yeah. We're good. We're good. But for ZZZ, I didn't even break 300 hours, so hey. Hey! And for Honkai Star Rail, it was only 800. Because I gave it up. Or not 800, it was like 80. Not even that bad. I'm fine. Sweet Boo-Boo, how about you? 来てくれてありがとう. Phew. I would say I'm familiar with Japanese culture, yup yup. I would definitely agree with that statement. That's a true statement. そうですよ. Do I have more than that number? 67201 13. Yes, I do. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at numbers. Yeah, I stand still all the time in Genshin. So like some of those are wasted hours. Not all of those are actually me doing anything. A lot of that's just like standing around. It's fun. Did I check for the new character patch for Genshin? Yes, I did. I don't think I'm gonna pull on Cheska. I'm gonna save up my Primo Gems until Mavuika or Lali or Ian-san come up. I really, really want Ian-san. And I really, really want Lali. But I also really, really want Mavuika. So like we have a problem. We have a little bit of a problem. Thank you for dinner. Arigato. やったね。ハヤシライス系なドリア来ました。わーい。ありがとう。やったぜ。うわー、熱そう。熱そう。Thank you, Stella. Everybody say thank you to Stella for making me a hayashi rice doria. Hayashi rice 大好き。Can you give me a glass of milk too whenever you're ready? Free? Bored? Yeah, my tummy kinda is ooky today, so I thought milk might help. It'll stabilize my tum-tum. ね、ハヤシライス風味ですよ。私ハヤシライス大好きですよ。カレーよりハヤシかな。キノコ生えてる、やったー。大好き。秋って感じ。秋って感じ。It's very fall. It's got mushrooms and nasu. Nice. It's got eggplants and mushrooms and cheese. Yay. Thank you, Milk Cat. 牛乳ゲットだぜ。I thought Bat Boy was gonna be the 5-star instead of Sitlali. Ew, no, Sitlali's like super ancient grandma, like Lodi Baba. Like there's nobody stronger than Lodi Babas in this world. Like emo child is not gonna be stronger than OP grandma. OP grandma's the strongest. きのこバター作ったことがない。Stella, we have a lot of kinokos left, right? Yuta says that we should make kinoko butter. She says okay. Okay だって。あ、この人弱そう。いけるかも。行こうぜ。But yeah, I like the little bat, like the little vampires. They're so cute. They made Faruzan and Dodi 4 stars though. That's true. So it was soro time for a super strong Lollibaba. This year. Yeah, I really want Sitlali. I really like her design. And Mavuika's got a motorcycle. I want a motor pickle. Yeah. Unrelated, but what's my favorite voice acting role? Like that I did or that somebody else did? Like what's the parameters? Is it my favorite voiceover role? Or my favorite voiceover role somebody else did? Still Bornya's bike. So then, okay, I'm gonna lose that one. I'm gonna maybe win that one. Oh, giddy. Okay, we'll see. That I did. Ooh. Oh, that's hard to say. Oh, they're all my special beans. Let me think. Oh, my absolute favorite, I can't tell you. I lost. So my number one favorite is not one that I can announce, just because that company does not allow their voice actors to announce the roles. That's really hard to explain. Depending on the company, there are some where they don't want to break the magic. So, my favorite role that I've ever done, I will never quite be able to announce as such. I will be able to announce that I am taking part in the series, but I cannot announce that I do it. The specific role. My favorite that I can talk about is, I would say I really enjoyed doing, what's the most like, oh, that's not announced, never mind. Oh, Schnapple. Then I would say the my favorite that I can talk about is Elise from Little Goody Two Shoes. She fits my voice type really, really well. So like it was really nice because I basically got to use my natural voice for her. So I would say, yeah, Elise, and the fact that she was bilingual was also really great because I got to challenge myself in both languages. So yeah, easily Elise, I would say, for the ones that I can announce. Too magical, for goodness sake! But yeah, she's such a good match for my voice. I mean, Kira said that he designed the character with my voice in mind, so that makes sense. And it's something else to have a character that's like designed with you in mind, because then you can go completely bananas with it. And so like that amount of freedom is not something that I've ever had in another role. I'm usually asked to sound like the Japanese, or I'm asked to sound like a very specific thing. And so it's really nice when they're like, sound like you. And I'm like, well, I specialize in me. So I would say that for sure is my favorite. Could just say Lumin too. Lumin! Lumin's my favorite. I will also say that there's a special little corner of my heart for my first ever voiceover role, which was Gunvolt's Jewel and their names in English and their names in Japanese, and I forget which is which. Jewel and Lumin. Other Lumin. No coincidence. That is absolutely no. It is a coincidence. Completely a coincidence. Lumen with an E, and Jewel. Motophone Sharon-chan. They were my first ever role, and I was completely over my head. I honestly, like looking back at it, I did a terrible job, but it was so exciting and so different, and it really just like activated new neurons in my brain. And from that day forward, I was starting to really heavily and actively pursue acting. So yeah, definitely Jewel and Lumen hold a special place in my heart, and then Elise is probably like my most comfy role. And then I have a couple coming up that are really exciting, and I just announced one yesterday or the day before, Neffy, who's a cat girl, and she's probably the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. I love her. I love her. I've always wanted to be a cat girl. Ah! Always wanted to be a cat girl. Ow. Always wondered why there wasn't a... Oh! Were all your Little Goody Two Shoes lines done like years before the game came out? No! The voiceover lines were done only a few months before it came out. They were done in like March, April. The game came out in August. But yeah. Yeah, it was, but the game itself, like the song was done also in May, but it was originally recorded years ago, and they had me re-record it May the year it came out. And the whole thing was decided like 7-8 years before it came out. I was cast in like 2017, and the game came out in 2023. Just think about that for a minute. I didn't make myself a cat girl when I had the chance. Nobody always wanted to be a cat girl, but I thought it would be too many concepts to be a cat girl from space. I thought about it though. I did. I thought about it, but I was like, I feel like that would be too many concepts, and then I knew Stella's a cat because she's literally a cat, and so like I can't just be also a cat because Stella's a cat. So I wanted to let Stella be a cat because Stella had her model first. So, you know. Thanks for coming by anyway. Thank you. How did I enjoy the Cinderella event? I played it all in the 3 hours before it went, before it updated. I ran through that story just sobbing. I was like, I'm really glad that I played Overzone and Red Ash first, though, because otherwise I would have had no idea what's happening. I would have been like, what's her fixation on the goddess squad? Who's Black Scarlet or whatever? So I'm like honestly super duper glad that I played that ahead of time. Mom of the century! Oh my god! Abe-chan! Abe-chan! I am in love with Abe-chan! Like, seriously, can she be my mom? Seriously? Like, seriously? Like, I love my mom. I could have two moms. I'm into that. My mom is probably into that. My mom's definitely into that. Who am I kidding? There, I'm eating. There's a dog star, but I don't think there's a cat star. So no kitties. Hold on, I forgot to claim my things. Okay, got him. Alright. I played Overzone without you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I had to run through real fast, and I only ever had time. It was the week that I was really, really busy, so I was legit playing it at like 2 a.m., guys. Like, there's no way I could have streamed it. I would have died. I was legit going at 2 a.m. for Overzone and Red Ash. I was like... But it was enough. I could play Cinderella like in the last couple hours again at like 2 a.m. before it died. Now there's a secret garden. She's got a really cute outfit, but I don't think I'm gonna pull on her. I think I'm gonna save it. Oh yeah, yeah. It's a lot of trauma back to back, guys. I was not feeling good in my heart. She's your favorite. That's so sweet. She's so great. Anis-chan is cute too. Have fun at work. Bye-bye. Work well. New Year, New Sword is another good one. Oh, okay. Miracle Snow for Christmas? Okay. Yeah, I didn't manage to pull Grave-chan either. I was very sad because I was like, Mom! I like that, like, I don't know what's gonna happen because, like, she's starting to lose, like, her memory and stuff like that, but I don't want her to not be able to fix Cinderella. So I'm sad. I'm just gonna とりあえず run through these because I'll do these on another day. I didn't read 3 and on, so I'm just gonna skip for now. Sorry. Yeah, Grave is still up. We can still pull on her. I'm gonna try, but I don't think I want to use my temples. You had spend your gold tickets for Grave. I think if she comes naturally, she comes naturally. Well, I got this dog girl, by the way. The one that Pam said she really liked. Yeah, I'm gonna speed skip and watch in one go. After Pam showed me that I could do that, I was like, that's way better. Then I won't forget what I'm doing. Because, like, the issues that I was always forgetting, I was like, what's happening? So, yeah, speed read is better. Way, way better. Oh, I can voice it better, too. When my voice isn't dead from 5 hours of recording today. But I finished an anime, and it will be announced at some point. And then I will be happy. I worked really hard, and I had a lot of fun recording it. And this one I can announce. The daily free poll. Oh, I spent a lot of tickets to get her. I got Cinderella though. I'm very happy. Woof woof, that so cute. Dog whistle. Like puppy police. Spoilers! Spoilers! Yum 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 yum. This is so good, but it's maybe too much food. Doshio. Oh no! After that, all your luck tanked. Time to make the anime. Oh? The Attack on Titan Super? Attack on Titan Zoo? Hold on, maybe I had AOTS. I assumed that was Attack on Titans, but the school one? Wait, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I'm so confused. If you say AOT in anime, I just assume Attack on Titans. Yeah. Lack of Suyeon. I'm sure it makes Pam really, really sad too. Because I know that's like Pam's favorite character. Lack of Suyeon. I wish I knew how to pronounce her name properly. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, I'm ignorant. Wait, did I get them all? Okay, I did. Wait, do I still have one more left? I do! Anime of the season! That makes so much more sense. Naruhodo ne? What is the anime of this season? Oh, it's probably Dandadan. Okay. Why did I ask? Why did I bother asking? Of course it's Dandadan. Okay. Why did I bother asking? It's whatever the newest jump title is. Ha! Ha! Yum, 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 yum. So yummy. Yum, 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 yum. Milk. Is the Suika BGM running? It is! It's gone now! Whoopsies! Whoopsies! Metarigatos! +1 scoff, pleaseums. Onegaishimasu. Thank you. +1 scoff. Think. And why was I the only one hearing it? Because you've got your sound on really loud, maybe. Arcane is an anime. Nope, it's not. I am the anime police, and I have to create Arcane is not anime. He's Western. It's very good, but I mean, Western people can make good things too, I guess. Get your ears checked out, chat. You need to get some of that earwax build-up going. You thought it was funny, so you weren't gonna say anything? Oi! Hey, y'all. The best thing about being a streamer, like a VTuber, is that I can talk with my mouth full, and you can't see it. No, not you. Oh, who's that? She's pretty. Anyway! I can talk with my mouth full, and you won't even know. Ha! Does Japan consider Western cartoons anime? Yes, they do. That is true, they do. There's Japanese anime, and then there's not Japanese anime. But then Japan also has a category of cartoon. So cartoon is like a little bit different from anime. So it's like Looney Tunes and stuff like that. Like the Hanna-Barbera stuff. So like it's one of those things where like if it's like at all sequential narrative, it's anime. But if it's episodic, it'll fall into cartoon. But it's all called anime. But then there's Nihon no anime to Kaigai no anime. So like it's Japanese anime and not Japanese anime. So they're just really specific, but it's all anime. Because it just means animation. So there you go. Can get pretty confusing, but we're all good. You can hear the chewing! No! ASMR. No, I hate hearing people chew. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody who has the same problems as me. I apologize. Oopsies, I need to go back in there. Let me in! Let me in! Mission. Westaboos totally exist. Oh yeah. Honestly, I would say that a lot of people in the animation industry are more fans of Western cinema than they are Japanese animation. So like when you meet like directors and producers in anime here in Japan, almost all of them are just obsessed with Lucasfilm and Steven Spielberg and stuff like that. That's what they're trying to make, just animated. So it's kind of funny because I feel like a lot of like new Western anime producer people are like Studio Ghibli, Akira, Ghost in the Shell, because it's all like 40-year-old dudes. Sorry, I'm like calling out 40-year-old dudes right now, but it's all like 40 to 50-year-old dudes that like saw like the late 80s to mid 90s anime, and they're like, we want to make that. Yeah. And then you have everybody in Japan that's like some old dude that's all like, I want to make Goonies. So it's really funny because they're both just fangirling over each other. They're like, I want to make Star Wars. And then like the Western dude's like, I want to make Totoro. And then they're like, oh my god, we should work together. And then they get really mad because the vision doesn't match. It's really funny. It's really funny. Because I'll see them be like, oh my gosh, you worked on Star Wars? And then like I'll see the person who worked on Star Wars being like, oh my gosh, you worked on Ghost in the Shell? And I'm just sitting here like, ah ha 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 ha. This is the weirdest dinner I've ever been. This is the weirdest dinner. I get a bonk for prefer chewing, but I have to eat dinner. It's that or no stream, guys. Which would you prefer? No stream or me chewing? Kojima is a huge... They're all Western movie fans. All the game dudes, all the anime dudes, all they talk about is like Western stuff. And they're like, isn't Goonies great? I'm like, I didn't see the Goonies. How old do you think I am? Because it's always like some 45-year-old dude that's like, you know this because you're Western, right? And I'm like, I'm not an old guy. I have no idea what that is. Let me ask my dad. Or they're like, oh, what was like one, like Goonies is one that they come up with a lot. And I actually went and watched the Goonies because I was like, what are all these old dudes talking about? And then like they always say like Back to the Future. Star Wars is a pretty big one. If you don't know Star Wars, you can't talk to any old guy ever. Which is good because I watched Star Wars, but Stella didn't. Stella didn't watch Star Wars. It's rough. It's really rough, right? Oh no, wait. Where is she? I can hear her type, but I don't see her. She's a ghost. Stella! She's gone forever, guys. I could have sworn I heard her type. Weird. Okay, I guess she's gone. Volumes up. Next costume is in the Nikkipedia. Okay. Hold on, let's go check. Nikkipedia. Volume. Show me your clothing. Costume. Yuma? Show me the goods. She's a cowboy! Ah, she's so pretty! Look! Oh my gosh! How is she wearing less clothing? I'm impressed. Her hat is bigger than her shirt. How did her hat become bigger than her whole shirt? What's she drinking? Is that like a pina colada? It's so fruity. Is she also a magician? What's with these bottles? I'm so confused. What character is this?
Amidst the fantasy, their presence appears dreamlike.
Naruhodo ne. I guess she's like a rogue then? Oh. Those are cute boots though. Oh. What's the red thing? Why? Okay. So cute! She just has like a random red thingy. Kawaii. Kawaii. Dun. Poop. Chugga. I like how they hit their gun. Is that okay? Should you be hitting your gun? I got another bonk, and you know what? I had it coming. It's better than the socks and sandals nonsense, so that's good. too! She does have nice shoes. Speaking of, I need to upgrade some stuff. Who's got stuff that needs upgrading? You did. Hold on. What? Back. Let's upgrade this. Okay. So good. The what nonsense? What? The socks and shoes nonsense. Because she had socks with shoes. What are you hearing? I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you, Kaiser. Socks and shoes. Like, you know, keep your feet warm. Those ones. See, okay, let me show you again. Look, she is wearing
socks
with shoes.
Socks.
I'm gonna say it extra. Oh. I'm worried about you, Kaiser. I feel like Kaiser needs to bonk himself too. Like I would say that. Come on. That's a bad word in Lumin's dictionary. Yeah, socks with sandals. That's what I meant. Yeah. You're wondering how it was nonsense? Did you see it? It did not work. Because we're already wearing tights. We don't need tights and socks and sandals. Like, I'm okay with socks and sandals, but not if they're tights. And I'm okay with tights and sandals, but not if they're socks. And I'm okay with no socks, no tights, if sandals. But I'm not okay with double layer? That's getting crazy.
Live by the bunk, die by
Alright. Alright. I like how Kaiser was trying to cover it up there. I see. Meow. I think I might be full, but it's delicious. I'll just leave it to the side. Okay. She's clearly cold. Well, she's not wearing much in the way of clothing, so I get that. She's got a jacket on, but then nothing else. And then nothing else at all. And they do keep studios super cold, which is super not good for my voice. But it's good for the microphone, so as long as it's good for the microphone, I love her. I love her so much. Look how cute she is! Yeah. So cute! View mode. Here. I want that one too! Look, she's got a kitty! Or wolf, I don't know which one, I don't care. I want it. I see. Naruhodo ne. Alright. Is there anybody I should upgrade? I think I'm good. Alright, let's go ahead and go through our inventory. Ne, kawaiiku nai? Snow White-chan daisuki. She's my favorite. Ichiban suki da mon. Oh, now that I have her, I can change my profile to her. Oh, but I love Aim-chan too. Oh, I love them all. What if I love them all? What if that? I feel like a lot of the Nikkes have like temperature resistance and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe but I mean the ARC has to stay like a temperature, so their HVAC must be like amazing. Speaking of colds, what our voice actor recommended medication for sore throats? Nimjam every day. So okay, I have like a whole regimen. So if you've got okay, so it depends on what's wrong with your throat. If you're sick and you have too much mucus, the best thing to do is anti-inflammatory stuff and try and clear the mucus out. So in that case, it would be like ginger, nimjam, that kind of thing. Manuka honey is really good for that. I have different throat stuff for different times. If I've just overused my voice, then I often will go with nimjam and throat coat. If I'm recovering from something like too much vocal work, strain, nimjam and or manuka honey and throat coat. So throat coat is a kind of tea. It's got echinacea, which tastes like foot, but you know, it's effective, so. And then, let's see. Nimjam is a Chinese herbal medicine. It comes in what I would like to call booger form, where it's just kind of gloppy. I like it in hard candy form. It's much easier to take with me on the road, so I stock up on the hard candies when I can find them. And then I also generally have some packets. It's like the tea of the throat coat, and then manuka honey also comes in hard candy form, but I also have some in honey form. And yeah, all of those. You'll be quizzed. But yeah, really, it kind of like depends on what's wrong with your throat. So I think if you have anything that you're worried about, let me know. But yeah, manuka honey is so tasty, so expensive, but so effective. And propolis is good too. It's another honey byproduct. That works pretty well too. And then I use a steam inhaler. If things are looking really bad, I'll use a steam inhaler. And then, well, basically what happens is like you put like a little bit of salt in there, and then it just blows steam directly down your throat for like 5 minutes. That works well. I use that in the morning and the evenings when things are really bad. I've got like 500 humidifiers, so that could be why my plants keep dying, is that it's too humid. Oh well. Maybe only jungle plants. But yeah, lots of things you can do. If I'm on the road and my voice is kind of oob and I've got masks on me, like face masks, like pandemic face masks, I'll wear one to bed. Makes my skin sad, but makes my throat happy. I would much rather sacrifice my face than my throat, because my
Face isn't getting any man work.
Ouch. Yeah. Throats are important. Chronic morning sore throat. Ooh, you probably snore. Don't sleep on your back. So if you've got chronic morning sore throat, wear the mask to bed. That almost definitely means that you snore. And even if you don't think you snore, that means that your throat is too open and taking in too much air. So you're gonna wanna not do that. So the best thing to do is if you've got a blocked nose or your septum is thick or something like that, you're gonna wanna use one of those breathe right strippy things to open your nose so that you can breathe through your nose. The thing is that when you breathe through your mouth, the air dries your throat out, but when you breathe through your nose kind of moistens the air before it gets to your throat. So if your throat is sore in the morning, that means that the air in your room is not moist enough and it's going too directly. So you're going to want to get a humidifier. You're going to want to wear a mask to bed for at least a day to see how it feels. Some people can't sleep with something on their face, but it'll help. I swear, it'll help. And if that's not working for you, then yeah, just keep a humidifier in your room. Make sure that it's pretty warm. Yeah. Oh! I googled quite a bit to find the Little Goody Two Shoes Japanese voice cast, and yeah, we all did all versions. I guess that wasn't very well explained at any point. But yeah, the cast is the same in both English and Japanese. We were originally hired before they knew what language they wanted to do it in, so we kept it open by trying to pick people that probably could go both ways. At the time we chose the voice actors, I was probably the only one that spoke Japanese. But, there was 7 years between when the voice actors were chosen and when it was recorded. And in that time, Chisa learned Japanese pretty well. Phoebe started learning Japanese. And for those that needed more coaching like Phoebe and Aru, I coached them through it. So because I was the director for the game, the voice director for the game, I coached everybody through their lines quite heavily. Japanese is a tonal language, so kaki, kaki, those are two different things. And so I have an accent coach, basically, since I do voiceover in Japanese from time to time anyway, commercials and stuff like that. So I have a pitch accent coach, and I went through all the lines in the games with her, and I learned their parts and my parts. And so I then taught them their parts, and I would say it was pretty good. Of course, it's never going to be perfect, but that's okay, because I think it would be really great to normalize, different people speaking different languages. I don't think it's necessary somebody has to be a native speaker in order to voice act in that language, because then you don't get amazing voice actors like Junyoon or amazing actors in Hollywood, right? That may have originally come from somewhere else. And so for me, I think it's important that we normalize more diverse casts. And so I was never trying to make people sound 100% native. I was just trying to make it understandable by coaching the pitch accent, just because the difference between kaki and kaki is the difference between oyster and persimmon. And that's kind of important when you're talking about a persimmon fruit versus an oyster fish. And so, other than making it understandable, I didn't want to change too much, and so you can still hear a little bit of an accent in the characters, and I think that's what makes it interesting. And of course, it's the same in English. Aru speaks Portuguese, and so Aru has an accent in both languages, which is fantastic. And there's also Amba, who's Belgian, and Amba also has an accent in both languages that is different from the accents of some of the other cast members, and that's fantastic. And so that's kind of what I think we were trying to do with Little Goody Two Shoes is make it international consciously, while still trying to be as accurate as possible. We don't want to just ignore that Japan has pitch accent, so we want to be as accurate as possible. We want to act it as well as possible, but we also want to normalize there being, more diverse people in voiceover. And that's kind of what I do here in Japan as well, is I have a pitch accent coach for accuracy, but at the same time, a lot of the roles that I get are roles specifically because they do want it with a slight non-Japanese feel. And that's super valid, like especially in commercial work, you'll get a lot of that because it stands out. So people will look at the commercial like, oh, what's that? And that's, you know, my job. Johan-kun! Johan-kun! Yeah, I'm in chapter 20. Hold on. Oh my gosh, she's so good looking and so mean.
Just one last time.
Adoroshi, hello. Yeah, aren't they? Right? You tell him, Dorothy. You tell him. Yeah, it's nice and authentic with all the vocal variation. You recovered from curry fail and made another batch and it tastes like spaghetti sauce with herbs. What are you making? Was there curry powder? Why spaghetti sauce? Are you sure you're making curry? Maybe Stella can teach you how to make curry. Stella says, your first problem is that there's herbs involved. Stella does not approve of your use of herbs. Stella says there are no herbs in curry. Yeah, she says that's not curry. If it's herby and tomatoey, you made spaghetti sauce. Stella, how do you make curry? She says spices yes, herbs no. Coconut milk. A lot of... Wait, what do? Only a little bit of tomato. There shouldn't be that much tomato. She said tomato though. Tomato. So I know a lot of times I see you messing with mustard seed and she says it depends on the curry. Okay, well maybe we'll just have Stella teach us how to make curry later. Okay. Stella's curry recipe. When? Stella specializes in curry. She makes specifically South Indian / Sri Lankan curry. It's delicious and spicy out. But yeah, she my favorite one that she makes is pineapple curry, and then she also makes like pumpkin curry, and then she also makes chimkin curry and lentil curry and I don't know, dosa? Some stuff, dosas? I can't say it right. I'm so sorry. Some yummy things. Try adding apple. What kind of curry are you trying to make? It's the curry block from the grocery store and water. Which curry block are you using? Golden curry, Vermont curry? Bamonto curry? It shouldn't taste like tomatoes at all. It should taste like curry. Like curry powder. Yeah, dosa. Yeah, apple cubes will be delicious. Oruka-chan's right. Yeah, it's gonna be delicious. It's usually pretty straightforward. Okay, so here's my curry process. Number 1. If you're making it from the grocery store, number 1, caramelize onions. Number 2, I'm gonna write this in the chat. 2, boil potatoes and carrots. Number 3, until soft, by the way. Number 3, add in curry block. ちょっと待って. 3, add in curry block. And then if you're me, add in some rough cut onions for more onion. I love onions. Number 4, keep simmering until thick. 5, add any apples or chocolate. I can't spell chocolate. Chocolate, coffee, instant, whatever you want. If you want. Don't have to. Don't have to. I always add maybe some cream, maybe some milk. Doesn't matter. After you take off the heat. After taking off heat. Okay. There you go. love onions. So yeah, caramelize onions. Add water. As much water as the packet says. And then boil the potatoes and the carrots in that water until they are soft. Add in the block o curry, stirring constantly. If you're me, add in rough cut onions for more onions. Keep simmering until thick and the rough cut onions are happy. 5. Add any apples, chocolate, or coffee, instant coffee. Whatever you want. If you want, you don't have to. And then I usually add like a dollop of milk if it's gotten too thick. After I take it off of the heat and mix that all in, it should be delicious. Okay. Yes. I think a success rate of 3% is not bad, especially since I just watched Dorothy deal with a success rate of like 10. Yeah, those 3 wins all came at the end. Hey, and they were consecutive. Thank you. Oh, yeah, he's just worried that I'm gonna beat him if we keep going. Do you ever try very, very thin onion slices? Yup, I can make all kinds of onions. So the ones that I usually caramelize are the thin onion slices, but they end up dissolving. A lot of times in the curry, which is fine, but I also really like rough cut onions, so I do both because it makes like the stock a little bit sweeter to have those caramelized dissolved onions. I usually do it with butter, but you can do it with olive oil, whatever. I just like butter. Yeah, so I usually use both. I don't tend to dice onions because it's a pain in the butt. I like slicing them a little bit better. And I also really like the texture of them, but Stella doesn't really like the texture of sliced onions. She prefers diced. So whatever we're doing that day. Oh, the Outback Bloomin' Onion. Oh, it's so delicious. Stella's kind of hooked on that recently. So like the other day we went to like this really nice Indian restaurant and then we like looked over the way and there was the Outback Steakhouse in Shibuya and we were like, what if we were eating a Bloomin' Onion right now? And then a chocolate thunder from down under. Chocolate thunder. Step 1, open box. Step 2, microwave. Step 3, eat. Not bad, not bad. Oh, I made Johan sigh. Papillon. I like her, like, whatever this outfit's made out of is really pretty. It looks like an oil slick. Oh. Oh, I don't think I am a big deal in the arc. Shh, don't say anything. Total fanboys. Now you've done it. Oh no, Isabel's angry. Oh no. NPC jail! I'm sure they'll release her at some point. Look at her, she's so pretty. They'd spent a lot of time on that design. Any chat suggestions for Kaiser's dinner? You should have Salisbury steak, which is basically just hamburger steak. Onions are the second best vegetable after peppers. Peppers are also very yummy. I like stuffed peppers. What do you feel like? Do you want sketty? Maybe tortellinis? Salisbury steak? You can have nikujaga. Oh, you can have sushi. Yum. Ever use yogurt in the curry? Depends on the curry. If it's like an Indian curry, I'll use yogurt. If it's a Japanese curry, I don't use yogurt. So like those directions where if you're using Japanese block curry, but if you're making an Indian curry, you're gonna have to get Stella to teach you. But it involved, I think, first things first, diced onions that she caramelized with some kind of oil. And then something about mustard seed, something about some other spices I don't know the names of. Does it affect the taste if you leave out the carrot? Nope, you can put in any vegetable you want. Any veggie is okay. So I often do onion because I love them. Potato, kabocha, which is a Japanese pumpkin. Potato. Also, you can do meat, onion, potato. You can do meat. Maybe not pepper, but like meat, onion. Always onion. You can do meat, onion, sweet potato. Keikyoku potato. Cauliflower should be fine. Now you can put anything in curry. Yeah, Japanese curry is like mild and sweet. It's yummy. But yeah, I've actually just got some really good sweet potatoes, so I was gonna make a sweet potato curry probably tomorrow since Stella's not home. So I was gonna, because she doesn't really like Japanese curry that much, because she's like, my Sri Lankan curry is superior, and I'm like, okay. So I'll probably like make myself kabocha, sweet potato, and onion curry, because we have so many onions. Oh my god. And I don't have regular potatoes. I only have sweet potatoes right now. So I was like, I'll just do that. Oh, you can do mushrooms. You can do like chicken, mushrooms, and onions. That would be so good. Oh, so good. Just like three vegetables and or meat. Some kind of vegetable. You can do corn. Anything you like. Sweet potato's so good. Yeah, curry is great. You can put anything in curry. Oh, Dorothy's gonna fix it. Okay, Mom. Yummy milk. Yeah, no, curry's the best because you can put anything in curry. Sophia. Oh, thank you, SSS. I am a good talker. Are there any good shawarma joints? I don't think I've ever seen a shawarma. Does Kaiser have any? Yeah. Ooh, beef stew, Ina. That's kind of similar, yeah. Got me in the mood for some beef stew, Ina. With steamed vegetables. Ooh, vegetable salad. Lime juice or cinnamon drink with a beef curry. I think cinnamon would taste really good. A lot of times when I make meatballs or something, I'll put like a little dash of cinnamon in there. So I feel like cinnamon and meat, like beef specifically, goes really well. And lamb. Cinnamon and lamb is really good. Oh, cinnamon lamb. Cinnamon lamb meatballs and with a little bit of nutmeg. Is this Dorothy the origin of all the various dodo creatures all over the Gachaverse? Yes, she is. I don't quite understand why she's Dodo, but she is. Like, I just haven't figured it out yet. I don't know how this happened. But I'll figure it out. Oh, also lemon mint's really good. Oh, yeah. You know, the other day I figured out that lemon dill was really good, and like yogurt. Oh. So like one thing I really like making is like a little like pita pocket thing where I have like hummus and then like tzatziki, which is like yogurt and mint sauce with like dill and stuff, and then like a little bit of lamb meatball. Oh, so good. Someone just drew her like that. Oh, and it became Sonanda. Is that what happened? Because I was like, I thought it would show up in the story and it didn't, and I was like, Are? I never considered making shawarma. It feels like it's only real if you're buying it from a food truck at 3 a.m. No, I super get that. Like, there's a couple foods that if it's not given to you in a drunken stupor by a greasy old man, then like there's no... It doesn't exist, you know? When I was in university and I would go out with my friends at night, there was like a place that sold cream cheese hot dogs. And that cream cheese and hot dog is not on my list of things that I'll eat normally. Because like, ugh. But when you've had a few too many rum and cokes, it's delicious. Also, have you guys ever had an Irish trash can? It's a lot of things in that. Also, like, Long Island iced tea tastes like iced tea and is super alcoholic. So yeah, if I had a few too many of those. Cream cheese hot dogs were amazing. Yeah, I've tried one sober and I was like, this ain't it. I could just have a hot dog with like ketchup. But when you are slightly plastered, cream cheese hot dog, no other condiments, that's where it's at. There's a bus shawarma place up the road from me, but it's not open at stumbling drunk hours. Well, darn! What's the point? It's like Taco Bell. I like never want Taco Bell, except when like it's a little late at night. I haven't really eaten, but I have had some stuff to drink, and I'm like, you know what would be delicious? A 5-layer cheesy burrito would be delicious. Anyway. Anyway, my friend invited me to go out tonight. Like, my friend's a DJ, and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be DJing at this joint. Like, just let's hang out, woo!" And I was like, "No, I gotta play NIKKE. I gotta play my gacha games. I'm busy." Yeah, he was all like, "Woo, let's go party!" And I was like, "Ooh, I'm not paripi janai yo." I don't remember the last time I went to a club. But he's like, "I'm DJing," because he's like visiting Japan to DJ. Like for fun. I was like, "Ooh, sounds like work to me, no thank." He's like, "Yeah, let's get crunk." And I'm like, "No, I'm good. I will get crunk with my cute anime girls, thank you." Food hits different late at night. There's something about eating something at 1 a.m. that makes it so much more delicious. I'm waiting to finish 21-22 before I read Overzone. Oh, that would have helped because there's a couple things I don't quite understand. Like, I played it recently so that I could play the Cinderella event, and then I was like, what? Wait, what happened? Who? What? Wait, what happened though? Cause like, but what happened? So like, I don't quite understand why everybody is where they are. What happened in between there? So maybe that'll happen in the story. I don't know. Party? Are there gonna be girls there? Because I have plenty of girls on my phone. sToRy. That's exactly it. Yeah, I was like, I got so many girls on my phone. I don't need to go to a party. We're good. Oh, you used to, but they moved to a new location. That's so sad. So sad. Yeah, like there was like an amazing cake shop not too far from where we live. And it was like the best cakes ever. They had the best brownie that I've ever eaten in my whole life. And during the pandemic, they closed. And we went and we were like, "Are you gonna reopen?" And they were like, "No, not here. But we might reopen in a new location." And we were like, "Please tell us." And they were like, okay. And then, like, they didn't tell us, and now I've lost that brownie forever. When you turn down the party to stay home and comfy, you know you have passed from young adult into adult. I feel like, yeah, with the last couple, I mean, it was kind of the pandemic that did it, though, because, like, you couldn't go out during the pandemic, and then I was like, you know what I love doing? Being at home in my pajamas at, like, 8 p.m. I was like, wow, I love pajamas. I'm wearing pajamas right now. Pajama. Oh, it's so good. Cause like, yeah, I'm comfy. I don't have to put on makeup. My skin's so much happier. I look better, but you won't know because you never see me because I never leave my house. It's so great. I go out to get groceries. I go out for work. Like he also tried to get me to come out yesterday. I was working in Shibuya yesterday, and he's like, "You're working in Shibuya, right? Well, we're gonna be in Asakusa. It's not that far." And I'm like, "That's a whole train away. A whole train." And like, what I mean by a whole train away is like, Shibuya is the first stop on the Ginza line, and Asakusa is the last stop on the Ginza line. You think I'm gonna take the whole Ginza line to see you? No. I was like, "How about you come over to Shibuya?" And he's like, "No, my girl wants to like go shopping in Asakusa." And I was like, "Shopping in Asakusa? Namonai yo." There's nothing in Asakusa. Everything's closed by 4 p.m. It's currently 4:15. What's she gonna buy? Like, minchikatsu? Sukiyaki? And then he was like, "Oh, well, you can meet us in Asakusa. It's like, it's so close to Shibuya." And I was like, "No, it's not." Americans. Because, like, this is how Americans be like. They're like, it's the same city, so it's got to be real close, right? It's not like a sprawling city like LA. And I'm like, Tokyo's really big. That's a whole train. It's a whole train line. And like, does it only take 50 minutes? Yes. Could I have gone? Sure. Was I gonna go after my big day at work? No. Yeah, no. Today he's DJing in Shibuya, which is much closer to my house, and I was like thinking about it, but then I was like, or I could play video games. So, but it's okay. We're gonna hang out tomorrow or Sunday, maybe. Hopefully. I'll make time one of those days, even if it's like party or something, I guess. I don't know. I really hope it's not a party. I really hope it's like lunch in Shimokitazawa. I could do that. Cause like these days, like I live not too far from like some pretty big stations like Shinjuku and Shibuya and stuff like that. So I'm like, you could come to this really big station. Lots of stuff to do here. Like not make me go to the other side of Tokyo. Yeah. Like not make me go to the other side of Tokyo. That's my favorite station. Is not the other side. Arigato-chan! 来てくれてありがとう. Hi, oh no, you're sick again? I'm so worried for your health. Are you gonna make the garlic soup again? Oh no, take it easy. I don't like it that you're getting sick all this much. Be careful, there's like some really icky bugs going around, okay? Take it easy. Have lots of garlic to ward off both vampires and sickness. Works double. And get well soon, okay? Or you guys can go to that place Stella went on a date and eat some food and play Genshin. I want to make friends with that guy that she was on a date with that plays Genshin because I feel like we could be friends. Ever had a Greek souvlaki gyro? Yes, I have had a gyro. Yes, I have. That is what I have had. I have had so many of those. There's a really good Greek place near where I was growing up. And one of my favorite restaurants here in Tokyo is a Greek place called Apollo's. It's in Ginza. I never go to Ginza, but if I do go to Ginza, it's for Apollo's. It's actually like Greek Australian fusion, so they have like a ton of like Australian wine with Greek food. Yay! My favorite thing is the saganaki cheese, which is some special kind of cheese that's covered in delicious spices, and honey, and it's really good. Absolutely, だってひどくないこの人。Pathetic greenhorn, そうにゃんだ。Okay, but you're like an ancient cyborg. Of course you're better than me. Come on. They've got heart. I'll give them that. Huh. It was foolish to believe they could be any help to us. I don't think you were. I think you're fine. No, how can you say that? Dorothy! Doro-chan! 何言ってんだよ。もうひどくない？ Kangaroo meat, no, oh, that's not legal in Japan. That can't be legal. It's 3 a.m. and you gotta sleep. Nighty-night, Nicholas. Thanks for popping by. This is all I have to do. Draw a nihilister. Leasing the signal. Okay. Aha. Wow, is she being rude or does she believe in me? I'm not quite sure. I'm a little worried about this. Do you believe in me? Or are you rude? Aha. Infernal? ひどいな。ドロちゃん。Oh. Aha. Oh, is this guy just like fragile? He's like, I feel sick. デリケートな人だな。Oh no, Dorothy. Wait. Dorothy looks evil. ちょっと待って。After what I saw in Overzone, I'm not so sure about Dorothy sometimes. Are you terribly sorry? そうには見えないんだけど。I wonder. Johan, you're just gonna say that to her face? みんなひどくない？ If they could see the monster you really are, would that commander still be so fervent about liberating the Nikkes? Wow, okay, so you guys have some camaraderie going on here. Got it. Yeah. They're all like that? Doro-chan. Doro-chan. Wonder if you can get Hoer's Euro in Canada. Honey? Maybe. I don't know. Evil and just betrayed. Greek food's the yummiest. It's so good. So good all the time. You know, I know she's like ouchied and betrayed because they locked her out, which I'm not really entirely sure why they locked them out. Like, why did they need to do that? Maybe they were worried about corruption. Well, Cinderella taught us that came from them. Oh, I did not forget what the arc pulled on them. But that has nothing to do with me. I'm trying to liberate it. And then the Nikkes could defeat us all, and I would die happy because beautiful ladies. Beautiful ladies would smote me. If I'm gonna get smoted, it may as well be from beautiful lady. Oh, you can turn me into a cyborg like him. Like Johan. I'm okay with that. They were too strong and they wanted to wipe out the whole Cinderella corruption thing from the record. So dana. Well, like, but isn't it good that they're really strong? Oh, well, whatever. Oswald. Yeah, Oswald seems like he was actually trying to do something really nice, but he really went about it the wrong way, because, like, he made an enemy out of Doro-chan. So confusing! Let's keep pursuing that heretic. Beep! Okay. Sisu. That's a moment, Janai. I had forgotten we stopped talking to her, and it was like a month ago. Okay. Johan! He's in the middle of looking very tortured and sad because he's an ikemen. 悲しい顔してるイケメン。Oh. Dot. I just made him sad. Sorry. Wow. Okay. Heart of steel, but it might be true because he's a cyborg. He's a cyborg, guys. Okie doke. Boop. Let me go defeat those guys. Totally forgot. Hiya! Whoop. Okie dokie doke. Well, I'm happy that I'm making some progress in the game, because, like, honestly, like, I had been stuck for quite a while, but now I've got some pretty strong Nikkes on my side, so I think I'll be a little bit... Oh, but I'm really bad at these specifically. Well, let's see how this goes. Let's just see how this goes. If this goes really badly, I can replace Blanc and Noir for, Nagi-chan and, Kilo? Kilo's my other 200, so... My other Nikke at 200, so if this goes badly, I'll replace them. But honestly, I think Blanc and Noir are a little bit stronger still because their skills are higher leveled. So we'll see. You're getting pretty far for being walled still, yeah. Oh, I mean, I got 2 whole Nikkes at 200, so you know. I may be amazing, who knows. But I've also been working really hard to level their skills and stuff, so I think it's because I do the dailies. Honestly, like, Lumin's doing Lumin's best to be strong at this game despite not having a ton of Nikke resources. Didn't stop the Tin Man to have a heart in the Wizard of Oz. What's your excuse, Johan? Tashikani. What's your excuse? Why you gotta be so emo? Yeah! I'm super happy about the Alice Naga leader because, like, those are all characters that I've been trying to level. I've got Alice at Core 1, I think it was. Yeah, I've got, like, a lot of copies of her now. But my leader and Naga still don't have 3. But I was planning on using both of them pretty heavily. So, it would be great if I could get them up there. Because, like, leader's in my lineup and Naga is in my secondary lineup. I gotta actually shoot. My bad. Forgot I had to shoot. La 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 la. Oh wait, I gotta actually also do this. Whee! Okay. 集中力。Okay, hold on. Move the V. A. S. Whee! あれ？誰もいない！残念！ A! A! S! あ、違う D! Alice is one of your 200s too? Yay! Oh, you don't have leader otherwise? Oh! Nya! Toria! The end is imminent! Nya, yabai! Yabai! The end is imminent, nanoni! No, die! Okay. Alice was also my first 200. I got the final copy of her during the Alice Days thing.
ギリだった
I just barely made it. It's okay. I did the thing. We're good. We are good. Okay. Let's beat up you too while we're at it. Wait, did I not beat you up?
あれ
あれ変なの Well, that's fine. Gonna wake up the neighbors! Your neighbors are mine. Mine shouldn't be asleep yet. It's only 8. It's only 8 p.m. They should be awake. I'll just let you guys do your little thing. I feel bad for like squishing all these buildings and stuff. Aren't we causing more destruction than the raptors? Kind of feel like we might be. Oh, he's on the highway. It's only 8:16. We're still fine. We're fine. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. 誰にもいないんだぜ. Okay. Pew 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 pew. Not like anyone lives there. Yeah, I know, but like, you know, when we retake the surface, you know, like when we reclaim the surface and everything, like I wanna like, you know, have houses people could rebuild. From what I can see, goddesses were locked out by Oswald along with the Grims because they failed their mission. Did they fail it? Maybe though. I mean, it could have been a lot of things, but I kind of felt like Oswald was doing it out of a weirdly nice place in his little Oswald heart. But who knows? Maybe he thought that... I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. The Raptors will file a complaint. Radio. Making good progress here on the story. Haven't touched it in maybe about 2 months now. I think I've been here for quite a while. It's been at least a month and a half. I haven't touched it since the event started because I did not have time in my life for that. But this should be going. Yeah, I thought he was trying to be nice to them. He was trying to save them from the hate of the people and give them a chance at life on. Yeah, I kind of got that feeling as well that Oswald was doing it to be nice, but he probably had multiple reasons. Like it's probably that, and then also like, you know, so they wouldn't be mixed up in politics or claimed by anyone because they were free agents and those 3 companies had kind of taken over everything, and he was like, oh, they're gonna get dismantled. Can I talk to your manager? The manager's student. No! But yeah, I'm sure he realized that they would be fine. But then, I mean... Yeah. It's kind of heavy though, because like, he did promise them and he broke his promise. But only he knows about it, so Dorothy... So to Dorothy, goddesses lost their commander, they lost their leader, they lost Hood, and then they were locked out of the Ark and told to die. Yeah, well, that would make me very angry too. Nah, I mean, I get why she's angry, but at the same time, like, I kind of like, shouldn't you guys just communicate better? I was like, watching this anime, and one of the lines in the anime, this is, honestly, I get all of my life lessons from anime, but the anime basically said that, like, you know, if people communicated better, then you could, you know, not have anywhere near as many problems. Like, all problems are essentially born from a lack of communication. She's a grudge holder too. Super get it. Samesies. Samesies, bro. I also hold pretty rough grudges. Made Eden and a new life, but then she also wants to like mess up the Ark. But at the same time, the Ark is not a sustainable plan, which I guess is what this current event is also about, is how the Ark is not a sustainable plan. It's not like you can just live there forever. People will become people to lose their ability to see. Which is kind of what an Agile Mole is about. Hey, everything full circle, oh my gosh. Ooh, today I learned that I don't know how to say the word fulfilled very properly. So up until, like, I had it like 4 different times in my script today. And every time I was like, fulfilled. And it's fulfilled with like an L. And I was like, why? That's too many L's. It's like 3 L's. It's F-U-L. So F-I-L-L-E-D. It's too many L's. Too many L's. So I was like, it could be fulfilled. And they were like, no, it's fulfilled. And I was like, blah, blah, blah. It was really hard to say super fast. She might be a bit tsundere, but like they did break her promise at the same time. You know, people don't have good communication skills, especially when under stress and extreme conditions like the NIKKE. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You know, like they are under immense duress. It is a alien invasion. So, yeah, it was supposed to be a temporary measure to regroup and regain strength, but somehow took them 100 years to regroup and regain. Words are hard. Geothermal level is rising. Are we close to hot? Oh. What do you mean? Oh. あれ? This girl kind of scares me, Isabel. She kind of scares me a bit. I'm not sure how I feel about her yet. Roger! No personal communications are not good for me. Vroom vroom, datte. Oh, okay. 100% yandere. Yuhan, your hair's so fluffy. Cool. What's that supposed to sound like? Suddenly, sky splits in two. Crash. Yeah. But look how pretty she is! ちょっと待って! 美しくない? Wait, do I love her? Look, she's so pretty. Isn't she just a pretty NIKKE? Like, I get that she's corrupt or whatever. We can fix that. We can fix her. I can fix her. I can fix Cinderella. I can fix her. I can fix them all. She's not very good in gameplay, but she's so cool.
Hi.
How you doing? Hey, have you met Commander? Commander Lumio? It's me. Nice to meet you. Crimson Dragon. That's I have that Yu-Gi-Oh card. If evil, why hot, right? It's their fault. I can rehabilitate her. Yatta ze. Oh, what? Wait, what did he say about her? An ancient relic that should have been disposed of long ago. Rude. A heretic. A familiar, paralyzing fear. Oh. Oh, wow, she speaks in a fun way. Putrid piles of filth sent from Eden. Yes, I do. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Huh? Me? What? Huh? え? どうなってる? Oh, did I give her a gift? あれどうなってんの? Am I the gift? Does she love me? やった! やったぜ! She doesn't look evil anymore. I think we're friends. Are we friends? Your bodysuit's kind of torn up a little bit. I could fix that for you. My most looked forward to character at the start, and I saved up so many gems only to make her a liberation. Oh, you got her maxed out anyway. Hehehe. Yeah? Are it? Her eyes got redder. Tell you what. A talking rapture. Yes, I do. That was Chatterbox. Yeah. Oh, oopsies.
前とあのボロボロの巡礼者に殺す退屈な復讐劇を期待してたなら悪い
Need declaration of event. Oh no, wait, but you seem so happy. I thought we were friends.
俺
I did.
お前にとってはラッキーだろう
Oh, you said, I thought you said he was your favorite. You don't care? Okay, that's good. Both
お互いにとって
benefit?
利益のある話を
Done it?
しよう
You could just kill me. I'm so confused.
実はよ
Oh. Oh. Normally that would be fun, but it seems not fun. Ah, don't cross me. I'm
お前
little.
を捕まえて
If I caught you and cut you open, I'd find something of great interest. そんなに面白くはないと思うんだけどね。I'm a regular human.
秘密っつのはよ
Okay.
抱えてる本人も知らねえ時ほど面白えんだよな
Let's see. There are schools of philosophy. Nihilist. あ、なるほどね。Nihilist. Modernia. I don't know what school of philosophy that is. Modern? Nihilist, modern. And I don't know. I thought Inakiro was like arachnid, maybe like a spider. You know, as you might be able to tell, Lumin's not a philosopher. Lumin's not a philosopher. Anarchy. Oh, I have heard of that one. Okay, got it. Yeah, Nihilister, I was just assuming it was because she was gonna kill me. And Liberio. Liberation? Is that library? Okay, I'm gonna give up. I don't know much about philosophy. I'm not a philosophist. Philosophist? Did I say that right? I never took any classes on philosophy or sophistry. That's a word I learned. My way of thinking is, yeah, like that's about it. Like it's just like, yeah, that is my way of thinking. My philosophy is, yeah. Liberalism. Oh yeah.
I do know that one.
Got it. Individualism. Yay. Is that yeah? Or is it different? Oh, you guys are gonna teach me philosophy? I think I would be a terrible student for that. Because I'd just be like, or we could all get along. Why do we have to put a label on the way that we think? Is that... Oh! Am I being a philosophist right now? Why do we gotta put a label on the way that we think? Yeah, that sounds like something a sophistry person would say. What's sophistry? I actually... Like, I know the word, but I don't really know what it means. Library. The philosophy of adorability. That could be mine! Just be cute. It'll all work out. What secrets do I hold inside? My love for you. From sophisticated philosopher! I know about the Philosopher's Stone. Because I watched Full Metal Alchemist. Got the philosopher voice down.
Yeah, like, they all just kind of seem like dude bros kind of.
You know, because, like, I had a friend that took philosophy, and he became a very big dude bro. Like, he was always on the chill side, but when he was taking philosophy in particular, he was just like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. It was nice that he was chillaxed, but at the same time, sometimes, like, he would debate people that didn't want to be debated. And I'd be like, hey, dude bro, hey, maybe let's talk about brownies. And he'd be like, you guys are all, like, you know, sheep that need to open your eyes to the things. And I'm like, okay. Anyway, cookies though, delicious. Let's go. And I feel like, because that happened in, like, my first year of university, that my friend who was, like, a third year became, like, really philosophized. I was like, ooh, yeah, okay, I'm not going to take that class. Because I will become annoying. But it could have just been him. I don't know. I don't have a lot of, like, other friends that have gone into philosophy. All of my friends are entertainers. And so maybe it's just because he had a personality problem. But, like, yeah, like, most of my friends are on, like, the artistic entertainment side of things. So like a lot of them are like artists or singers, voice actors, that kind of thing. So like a lot of people that don't really do philosophy because we have to think about acting. We only have so much room in our brains for so many different schools of thought. We have to keep those for acting. But yeah, the one friend I had that went into philosophy like really went very dude, bro. He put too many points towards his rhetoric, not enough points towards charisma. He needs to roll for charisma. That's pretty accurate to uni philosophy students in their first exposure. Oh, okay. Oh, darn. Okay. So, yeah, maybe if, like, they continue to pursue it, they'd, like, they're still chill, but, like, maybe they, like, chillax a little bit more. But, yeah, like, he went from, like, normal, like, into Smash Bros. Or whatever to, like, very philosophy. And we were like, anyway, back to Smash Bros. And he's like, why do we fight? And I'm like, because we're playing Smash Bros. Okay, get with the program. We're eating brownies and cookies and spaghetti. We're playing Smash Bros. It's a birthday party. Let's keep going. Sophistry is seen as a negative form of debate because it's basically smoke and mirrors without any substance. Aha! Maybe that's what my friend was doing. Yeah. Is the whole law, the rest is commentary. But yeah, it was like specifically this happened at like a friend's birthday party and he was like turning it into like a big philosophy debate and nobody else took philosophy. We were all taking like sequential narrative 101 and Japanese and anthropology. So we were like, yeah, would you like it if we just sat here and talked about Tale of Genji all day? No! You wouldn't like that either. I'm not making you read Tale of Genji. Don't make me think about Freud. Shush! We're playing Smash Bros. And that's when people started calling me bossy. And that's when Lumin became bossy. But you know what? I wear it with pride. If I were not a girl-shaped person, bossiness would be seen as leadership skills. But because I'm a girl-shaped person, they're like, you're bossy. And I'm like, well, you're dumb. Yeah. Have some of this Momotaro. It's fine. Tale of Genji. Heike Monogatari. Have you read what's it called? Oh, no, I forgot the name of the, like, really obscure one that I was thinking of. There's, like, a really... Tosa Diary, Tosa Nikki Yome! You could read Tosa Diary. Because, like, everybody's heard of Tale of Genji and Pillow Book and stuff like that, but, like, Tosa Diary, nobody reading that. If you're gonna talk to me about all this philosophy stuff, you gotta go read Tosa Diary. Huh. Girl boss is in fashion right now. Good! Get back to work! No, okay. Oh, it's like the person who learns Japanese and thinks they're a master of the language after learning how to say konnichiwa. Yeah. I have a lot of friends like that. I have a lot of friends that try and, like, impress me with their Japanese. Especially when they come and visit Japan and they're like, I speak Japanese. And I'm like, great. And then, like, they're like, let me speak in broken sentences with some English and some Japanese. And I'm like, not to me. Don't do it to me. Like, pick one. It's okay if you, like, add in words here and there. That's fine. But if, like, you're adding in everything you know and then substituting what you don't know with things, like, it's one thing if you're, like, practicing on purpose, but if we're just having a conversation, it's getting annoying, especially since you're wrong half the time. So, yeah, stop that. It's actually harder to understand you. Stop it. Like, it's one, like, if you want to practice your Japanese, fine. We'll do a Japanese-only conversation. Like, I've done that. My friends are like, oh, I'm in Japan, so I want to practice Japanese. And I'm like, okay. Then from here to... like, when we leave this restaurant, it's Japanese only. That's fine. And if, of course, they need help, sure. But when it's just like, you know, they'll come up to me on the street and they'll be like, konnichiwa. And then I'm like, hey, konnichiwa. And then they're like, dozo, let's iku to the koen. And I'm like, let's not. Not if you're going to talk like that. Yeah, philosophy students get like that. More often than normal subjects. Ooh, and then they feel the need to show off that new knowledge, but no one cares. It's so sad. Because I'm like, I don't care. It doesn't... Philosophy, like, what are you going to do with that? Like, I mean, says me. I was an anthropology student. You can't do anything with that. So, like, I basically majored in unemployment, so there is that. Celestial Tama! 来てくれてありがとう。ねえ。What? Oh! Crash. Where is she going with me? Save me, Noah! Save me! She's so cute! I like that she's just laughing at me the whole time. Are? Have I unlocked a new door? Anyway! Hi, Lumin! Hi, Dylan! How about you? Oh, no! Apparently not good. Okay. I hope things get better for you soon, Dylan! Thanks for stopping by, and oh, please take care of yourself. Oh, no! So sorry to hear that. We're always here for you. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, why is Papillon actually like the most useful person despite being the spy? Can somebody explain why Papillon is actually more helpful than everyone else? I saw somebody do 200 pulls on the Cindy banner and then she got a pilgrim finally and it was 200 pulls and it was Noah. Ooh. Okay, grab on, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Thanks, Papillon. Why are you the only one that loves me? Even though you don't love me. Radio then. Bloop. Oh wait, no, there was something over there. No, let's go back. No hen? なんかあったんじゃん。なんかあった。パピリドゥー。ビュッビュッビュッ。This is a volcano じゃない? Okay. Good help is hard to come by. You make do with who you have. Oh, actually, yes, Neon is the spy. That's my bad. We have 2 spies, 2 regular people. That's what we got. Lapis, Anis, Lappy, Neon the spy, Papillon the spy, and then double-crossed pilgrims. Wait, but didn't the pilgrim I like bring me? No, she didn't. No, wait. No, all of them are evil. Wait, but didn't Rapunzel bring my girls to Dorothy? But there's no way that Snow White and Rapunzel would let Dorothy be bad. Because, like, Snow White's the goodest. She's the goodest one. So, like, there's no way that they would let her be bad. So it's probably fine. Probably. She's probably just saying that to Johan so Johan stops being a baby. Yeah. Just a reminder, I love Neon and she loves firepower, so it's always going to be an unrequited love. It's very sad. Very sad. I also love Neon though, she's so dumb. I do love Dum Dum. They don't hang out with Doro anymore, but they still kind of keep tabs on her though, because it's not that, like, I know that they don't hang out with her, but like, they care about her. They know she'd be crazy, but they still love her. They do. I know it in my heart. Yeah, but they still care. They care. Like, she crazy, and they're like, we're not gonna go with you, but we're gonna watch out for you, boo. They watch out for her. They do. I remember them saying that, because I literally just played Overzone. I played it last week. Yeah, but she doesn't listen. It's really sad. It's really sad. Snow White's way too busy beating up Chatterbox every day, but he's currently dead, but probably not for long. Let's be real, I saw him in the 1.5 anniversary event, so I'm sure he's coming back. Yada. Oh no! This is the second fire we've had in this chat. Belzu also had a fire. Oh no, that is incredibly traumatic. Yes. No, but definitely stay safe, stay warm, and I really hope that everything is nice and fixable and insured and everything. And yeah. Oh, that is really rough. Especially in this season. Busy being an exotic food connoisseur. Yeah. I did notice that she looked like Pinne. I was like, wait a second. You looks just like her. Well, but like I guess like she's like a common Nikke, and one of the common Nikkes has that hairstyle, like the super mass-produced Nikke. And so my feeling is maybe they all just have that hair. Oh, did the game audio go bye-bye? Sometimes that happens. If I click on the chat, it'll go bye-bye, and I think I clicked on the chat to make sure that I read everything and expanded it. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I saw it all. Just in case. Just in case. Honestly, they're just shooting anyway. Oh! Ah! Buddy! Guys! I mean, when you look at the statistics though, like, they're really common. In Japan here, we've got like this like squad that walks around during winter banging on wooden sticks to remind you to not catch fire, which is nice, I guess. I don't really know what it's supposed to do, but it's essentially like toot, toot, and it's like every couple steps they bang on their sticks, and they do it around 11 p.m., like 10 to 11 p.m. in the winter, every single winter, and I am reminded not to catch fire, I guess. I don't see how helpful that is, but I guess it's just to be like, make sure you've unplugged things. And here in Japan, we have like space heaters that are not safe. Not safe at all. But, I mean, ooh, scary. Yeah, she became the same model of mass-produced Nikke. How does it decide whether you're a special Nikke or a mass-produced Nikke? Oh, this seems too hot for a human to be here. I don't think I should be here. I think I will melt. Oh, okay. Ha! Papillon! Ga! I'm here! Okay. Okay. Sure! It's your offer. What offer? Oh, yeah? Oh, no, what? The Nikkes, please. Wow, this is not timely at all. I read a manga recently where the main character got really mad because there was like a bad character that was asking people like he was it's a mystery, and like the murderer guy was asking people if it was okay to kill people that they didn't like, and if he got permission he did, and like the main character was like, that's you shifting the blame to other people, and like now both of you have to live with that. And the guy was like, no, it's their fault. And then he was like, no, it's your fault, you did the thing, but now these people have to live with it. It was very interesting. It's called Don't Call It Mystery is the name of the manga. Mystery to yuwanai mono っていう漫画ですね。すっごい面白い。It got second place in the manga Taisho in like 2020. And it got some other awards like a Kadokawa award, I think. Anyway, really interesting. Highly recommended. Just surviving the Nikke process is very low odds, so becoming special is even lower, so it's like a gacha system. Be sure to plug 12 strings of Christmas lights into the same outlet. That's not... No. Although, I'm a little bit worried because this year we can't turn off our tree. Normally we have access to the plug, but this year the plug is too far behind the TV to access easily, so we've just kind of left it on. And that freaks me out a little bit. Don't like that. I don't think you can win, guys. Oh no! What to do? What? Gargles? 50 raptors! Do you have a clapper? Timer outlet. Ooh, that's smart. You don't have an extension cord? No, because we have to unplug it. Like, there's no off button for the lights on the tree, so we have to unplug it. So, what I think I need to do is dive under the tree every night and unplug it. But there's presents under there right now, so I have to move the presents. But I also don't want to be irresponsible. So, I put lights on the fern. It looks cute. It's like 2 Christmas trees. My dad loved to buy outlet plugs. They can have a timer, so you can just tell it to auto turn off at night. That's so smart. I wish I could control it with my phone. But yeah, I think the another manga in philosophy. Honestly, this manga talks a lot about philosophy, which is where I learned the word sophistry. It was in the manga. I didn't know it, so I had to look it up. I've never had to look up so many words in a manga in my life. I'm reading it in Japanese. This was not the one to read in Japanese. And again, but they're using like a lot of like philosophy words, a lot of medical words, a lot of really specifically old poems and like ancient Japanese, and I'm like, oh, I can't read that. Honestly, like it's a very high level. Stella can't read it either. Stella's like way better at reading than I am. So we're both just sitting there like, dunno. So I've had to look up lots of words for this manga, so I'm learning. That's good. Yay, I'm learning. Yeah, one of the ones I had to look up was sophistry. And like honestly, I looked it up and then I was like, oh, that means sophistry. But then like thinking about it, I didn't actually know what that meant in English either. So I'm glad I asked you guys. I could have just Googled it, but I had already Googled it. Cypher! Yeah, sorry. I had to unarchive it because I sang a lot of dangerous songs, but I will do an archived karaoke next week. No worries. Not sure which day. I'm still working out my work schedule for next week, but hopefully I can do... I'm back. Hopefully I will be back to 3 streams next week. Although, I heard some really exciting news today and I can't tell you. It's so sad. But I just got an email that was basically like, hey, we thought you were awesome, so we're going to give you more work on this thing that you really like. And I was like, because okay, let's be real. I thought I scared off the client a little bit. It was my first day voice directing a thing. And I'll say it diplomatically. I'm a director that challenges my actors. And I'm definitely somebody who expects a very high level, I have very high standards for what I let pass. And this was the first time I had ever worked with this client. It's a client that I really wanted to work with. And I was very nervous, so I didn't feel like I did a good job being like, hi, I'm blah, 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 like, thanks, blah, 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 let's go, this is how we're gonna do it, la, la, la. Instead, I was just like, hey, we're running a little bit low on time, I'm blah, 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 this is how I do it, let's get started! And I just jumped right into it, and I was my most strict self that I have ever been. And my actors really rose up to the challenge. They did a great job. I was also casting it. I both cast and directed it. They did a really great job, but I am incredibly demanding. And I saw the clients' faces, and they were like, we don't even know what the problem was with that line. And I was like, well, it's because this and that, and like I really think that it could be like more like this. And they're like, that would be good too. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna work until we get there. And they were like, oh, I mean, okay. And so after, like, this was a really, like, it was like a 2.5 hour, like, really, like, intense session with one of the actors and a 2-hour session with the other one, and it was like, rawr! They were back to back, no break, and it was like, rawr! And I just saw the client, like, and they were like looking at, there's like 6 of them, and they were looking at each other like, okay. And so I went home and I was like, ooh, I think I scared them off. Oh no, I hope I don't get fired. I mean, I'm really proud of the work that we made, but, you know, like, I'm really nice. Like, I'm always like, that was great. Let's do something more like this. Or, fantastic, let's go for something more like this. Or, can you do this? Or, how about you try this? Or, like, I'm positive, but I'm also demanding. And so I was like, ooh, maybe they didn't like it. And then I got an email. It's been less than a week since we did the recordings, and I got an email today like, hey, the client was, like, really, really impressed. So they would like you to take over more things. And I was like, more things? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, really? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, let's go. people. And I was like, really? Okay. And so, yeah, so I'm very happy about that. But I'm also, anyway, the point of that was I might get a little bit more busy in the evenings. Because that would end up being in the evenings because it's remote. The one that I did the other week was here in Tokyo. So that's not remote. I go in person. But they're thinking of having me take over more things remotely, which would be in the evening. So I don't think it would happen immediately, but it'd probably start sometime either in December or next year. But I will probably stop taking on other work during the day, so like my stream times might change a bit, but I will continue to try and do 2-3 streams a week. They like it though. Sounds like they wanted tough love. I know that this client has been a little bit not the happiest with some of the recordings that were done before I came in, which was one of the reasons they had me come on, is that they were familiar with some of my directing work, and they were like, how come your stuff is so good? And I was like, oh, 'cause I do this. And they were like, can you do it for us? And I was like, sure, I guess. And they were like, okay, well, let's do that then. And I was like, okay. Really? All right. But I know that it's a little bit unorthodox. Like, I think that they're probably used to a more hands-off style, but I'm a very hands-on kind of person. So we'll see. But they like it. I'm adorably demanding. I always say it in the cutest little voice. I'm like, hi, could you do this but better? But I don't say better. I'm like, could you do this but like a little bit more like this? Okay, thanks. And then I'm like, thank you, perfect. I always like compliment them. I'm like, that was great, but no. That was great, but let's do something entirely different. I call it a compliment sandwich. It's my #1 most recommended way to get people to do what you want is you'd be like, that is great. Let's do this, but I love the fact that you did that, so let's keep that too. So like, if, for instance, like this is not a real line, but if somebody did a line like, I don't know, let's call it Thunderbolt. It's an attack line, like, Thunderbolt! I'd be like, that was fantastic. I really loved the energy, but let's do it where like the intonation rises at the end, but I loved that rasp. Let's keep that. And so then they're like, Thunderbolt! And that's what I wanted! Yay! And they'll be like, thank you! And that's how I direct generally. Normally if it's like actually something like an action line like Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt, I'll have them do 2 kinds, and then I'll give it to the client. They can pick. When it comes to action lines, the difference between like "sha" and "yeah," like who cares really? They're both great, so we can use both of those. Just you choose, client. They're both great, but I'll often have them do 2 different patterns because like sometimes when you ask for a safety means you get 2 of the same line. So like say we're doing Thunderbolt, and you ask for a safety, like the first one's Thunderbolt, and I'll be like, can I have a safety? They'll do Thunderbolt the exact same way, but it's also nice if we have a separate pattern, so I'll be like, can we also do a different pattern? Cool, thanks. So I like to give like slight variations in my safeties because I can see the waveforms. I know we're not popping. But who knows? Who knows? Anyway, nobody asked this. Okay, sorry. Blah, 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 work, blah. The point was that my hours for streaming might change slightly, but I will still be streaming about as much as I am streaming now. So 2-3 times a week, probably. 80 novels for the year, but your goal is 100. You need to step up the pace. You've only got a month and a week left. Zoom, zoom. Oh, the call that you were waiting for the last stream? Yeah, actually, it was that client, yeah. That call was slightly different. That was about payments. But the guy in charge of that was actually taking a break, so he ended up not calling me, but his coworker had emailed me, and so we did it through email, but it was like incredibly complicated to do through email, which is why I wanted to do it on a call. But it's okay, we figured it out. We're all good. Everything's happy. Apparently they liked what they got for some reason. I think I can do even better. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better about things. So I was like, oh, I am a good director. Because like, you know, there's always going to be imposter syndrome and stuff, especially when it comes to voiceover. And, you know, I know more than anyone else that I've not yet really had the opportunity to voice that many major characters. I'm not in the US, so I can't do the union dubs. I can't do like the big Crunchyroll dubs because they don't cast remotely. And so I'm limited to what is being cast in Japan. I'm also limited to what is willing to cast remotely. If you're not in Texas or LA, you basically can't really get much voiceover work. And because of that, I think that like a lot of people aren't really familiar with my voice in English. I do a lot of anime songs in Japanese and game songs in Japanese. The vast majority of my career is based here in Japan. And so it's not a possibility for me to live in both places. I need to be in Japan all the time for the work that I do for anime and games here. And so I'm not really willing to look at moving anywhere else. But because of that, I'm never going to be in a Dandadan or Hero Academia or anything like that, because those are all handled in Texas, right? If you're not in Texas, you can't get in them. It's honestly going to be incredibly rare that I'm in anime ever, because anime just really doesn't look at remote recording frequently unless it's done in Japan or there's specifically a studio that is good with remote recording. Even NIKKE, if you're not in LA, you don't get to be in NIKKE. Like, they do not do remote casting for NIKKE. I did the music because the music does remote recording. Like, they don't care where you are for music. But when it comes to the English voiceover for NIKKE, you have to be in LA. That's not gonna happen. So it's one of those things where like I'm always kind of like worried, like, oh, will like the US voiceover industry be okay with me doing direction and stuff like that? Because like they're probably like, who dat? You know? Because like I'm not in the same properties that they're in, because I'm in properties that work mostly in Japan and do most of their production here in Asia. And so I'm always a little bit worried that they're gonna be like, who? Why should we be listening to you? And I'm like, and so it's really nice to hear from like a company that I really respect, that they're like, no, you're great. We want more of this, right? And so it's kind of nice, and it gives me hope that maybe I can be part of more productions in the future. Like, even though I'm not local, maybe they'll make an exception. That would be really nice. Is the strike still ongoing? I think so, yeah. I work specifically on non-union games. I would, of course, not scab or anything like that, but I only work on games that cannot go union. Not everything is eligible for the union, and any game that has an international cast cannot go union. So, for instance, I can do SAG-E work because of my specific tax status in the US. I can do union work as SAG-E, not SAG-AFTRA, but SAG-E. But because I have never actually recorded anything in the US, I cannot be in the union. And a lot of the projects that I do are based in Japan, so why would America's union have anything to do with us? They're done entirely in Japan. Like, they're cast in Japan, they're recorded in Japan, they're produced in Japan. We have a healthy amount of English-speaking voice actors here in Japan, so many games don't ever really go to America. If it's like a AAA game, like an American title or something like that, like those are currently the games that are on strike. But, you know, when you think about games that are stemming from China or Japan, they usually have international casts. So, like, if you look at a game like Genshin, for instance, a ton of the cast lives in the UK. Some of the cast lives in Australia. A few people live in Japan and Malaysia. They can't go union because that would mean that all of those actors can't work in Genshin anymore. You're only union eligible if you are an American citizen or green card holder recording in America. So I could maybe do it, but for instance, like the UK actors, they have their own union. They're covered. And so like they wouldn't be able to keep being part of Genshin if Genshin were to go union. So that's a game that can't go union. I think different titles for Hoyo are different, but Genshin at this point in time cannot go union without getting rid of like a solid 20% of their cast. So they don't want to do that. You know? Apparently they let one project do remote VA because it was during the pandemic. A lot of things did go remote, but they stopped going remote after the pandemic ended. I was like, there's hope, and then there wasn't any hope. But they often don't want to work with people that are in different time zones. So even if they're okay with remote, they're not okay with Japan because they're like, oh, that's like a really far away time zone, like it would never work. And I'm like, it totally works. And they're like, no, it's too hard. So I do find I have a little bit of an issue getting into things based off of my time zone. So sometimes I'm like, I'm in Seattle. I'm in Seattle. Same time zone. Yeah, half their cast is missing from the latest updates. I think probably what Genshin's doing is that they are respecting the union cast, and they'll record them all after the strike ends. They don't want to recast, which I think is really admirable. They do not want to recast, and so they're probably just going to wait until the strike ends and then record everyone. But in the interim, they're going for, like, I think new cast members, because you'll notice that, like, the NPCs and some cast members that aren't based in LA, because Texas is a non-union state, so the Texas-based actors can record. But then, like, if they're a union state, they can't record, and then everybody not in America is recording, so you'll see, like, a lot of the NPCs are recorded, because a lot of them are in the UK, or Australia, or Texas. And that's kind of interesting. That's a great way of doing it, so like that avoids recasting. Because like the thing that I don't really think is okay is recasting. If it's somebody that can only work union, like for instance, there's some actors that can only work union, they can't work FICOR. Those actors can't come back to the game because the game is not a union game. But for anybody that can work both, like FICOR, they can come back to the game after the strike ends, and so I think respecting those actors and not recasting the ones that are FICOR is great, but unfortunately the ones that are union only will have to be recast, which is really sad, but I really respect that Genshin's not recasting. Look at YouTube animation, they do remote. I know! Remote actors are great, because I'll be really honest, if they're able to consistently act remotely, they're really good, probably. Like, I mean, I'm not tooting my own horn or anything like that, but like, people that can make a living off of voiceover that aren't based in LA or Texas are probably really good. Australian voice actors are almost always fantastic because if it's their full-time job, there's so few Australian voice actors that the ones that exist are amazing. UK voice actors, consistently amazing. And I would say like the people that I work with in Japan are also consistently really good. Because the market is not very saturated here, and so there aren't that many of us, and so those of us that have made it our whole life have to be pretty good. And so it's kind of nice to be told that I'm good at things, because like there is a lot of like imposter syndrome, right? Like there's a lot of like, oh, you know, I can't get cast in like the big roles, so like nobody really considers me like a real voice actor. But then like, you know, when these like massive clients are like, oh no, you're great! Yay, keep doing things! It's really nice. It's really nice! Yeah, they're using the ones that aren't on strike right now, and I think a lot of new characters will probably be FICOR. But yeah, the ones that are on strike that can come back, they're just waiting for the ones that unfortunately will never be able to come back because, like, Genshin's got a couple actors, especially from early on, like Liyue and stuff like that, that are like real face actors, like actual like stage and stuff actors, and a lot of those people are currently SAG only, so they might not be able to come back. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm just hoping everybody can come back. Nah. Yeah, top level business people really can't wrap their heads around. And I will say remote recordings do take a bit longer. So if they're thinking about it in terms of speed, remote recordings do take a little bit longer. There's a lot that can go wrong when it comes to the technology. There's a lot, like, you know, there's just a lot that can go wrong, and it does take a lot longer. Like, something that I can do in an hour in studio could take up to 3 hours remotely, depending on how quick the engineer is. And a lot of it also depends on how good the engineer is. If it's a really, really on top of it engineer, it goes incredibly fast. But if the engineer is just a little bit slow at getting things in, it can take so long. But it really depends on the actor. It also really depends on the director and the engineer. And I understand why they prefer in-person. You can get really good results either way, but in-person is faster, and it is often easier to hear. So as a director, hearing something over Zoom or Discord or something can get sometimes it breaks up, especially with like action lines. So I'm not 100% what happened. So like especially when we were doing like Gun Vault and Card and Ciel and stuff like that, a lot of people's action lines would just get completely garbled. And it was clean on their end, but we couldn't hear it or it was garbled. So we just had to trust them. And that can be incredibly difficult. So sometimes we don't get our favorite action line just because we weren't able to hear it and we had to just kind of assume it was fine. And I think like, you know, when it comes to anime, there's a lot of reactions like, and those things will generally get, like if it's like Source Nexus or something, it'll come through. But if it's like over Discord, even if you're using like audio for musicians or like original audio, high quality or something like that, or like suppressing all, like no background noise, like no background noise is suppressed, it's complete original, it'll still get suppressed. And that can be incredibly difficult as a director and an engineer to get through. Yeah. I mean, yeah, as you guys have heard before, like Discord just destroys me entirely. Like you can't hear me at all through Discord. So like the character that I was recording today is really, really high. We were using Source Nexus, and so they could hear me, but over Discord they could not hear me. And it was same microphone. I had everything on no background noise suppression whatsoever, but Discord will still cut it out if it's over a certain decibel or like pitch. So like, you know, anytime the character went, it got completely cut out, and so all they could hear was but it's okay because we were connected through Source Nexus as well. But like the director could only hear me on Discord, so the director couldn't hear it, but the engineer could. So the engineer was like, no, we got it, and the director was, I couldn't hear it. So it was kind of difficult because like the director might be able to hear it, but the engineer can. Then I mean, yeah, like an engineer. Like a audio engineer? Yeah, like a studio, like an audio engineer. They have buttons and slidey bits. Remote recording, you can also understand the idea of quality differences. Yeah, like it's really hard to, you know, you don't always have the same microphone. I think everybody's kind of going with like similar microphones recently. Like you've got a lot of like, oh, I didn't get this guy. I should go back and get him. You've got a lot of like TLM 103, which is what I use, the Neumann. But like some people will have a Rode microphone, or some people will have like a different microphone, like an AKG or something like that. And like those do sound different. So like, okay, like the AKG microphones pick up on every single sound that ever existed in your throat ever. You can hear every spit bubble that ever. Oh god, they're so annoying. Like you can hear just all the time. I hate AKGs. I hate hearing myself as an AKG. It's just like I hate them. I can hear like my cheek fat. I don't want to hear my cheek fat. Ew! I don't want to hear my cheek fat. Neumann's forever. And then Rode microphone, like they're really hot microphones. That's what we call hot. Sennheisers and AKGs are really hot microphones. I generally prefer Neumanns for my voice type, but some people are like, I don't like them, yah, yah, yah. But like the people that don't like them are usually like a lot bassier. But for somebody with my voice type, Audio-Technica, the Sony 800, which I cannot afford ever in my whole life, and then the Neumanns, either U87 or TLM 103 is fine. Microphones! For streaming, I use a Shure SM7B, which is not amazing for my voice type, but it's fine. It's generally better for like mid-tone types, but it's fine. It's fine. There's such a thing as too hot for a microphone. The Sennheisers are really rough too. Like I've performed with a Sennheiser like live, and like, I mean, you can hear every time I even think about breathing. Before I start breathing, you can hear like my nose hairs tense up. Like it's super annoying. It's like, ah, was that my nose hair? I was like, oh man. Like you can hear everything on a Sennheiser. It's like you can hear like my grip tightening. Like it's like. It's like, bro, I don't need to hear my grip. I just want to hear my voice. I don't want to hear like my nose hairs tingle. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Discord wasn't made to handle squeakers. Oh, I failed. Oh, that's why I didn't take care of that guy earlier. Rude. Okay. But yeah. I didn't know that happened. Is your Discord alright? No, Discord is just terrible with high voice types. Like, if you've got a higher voice, Discord completely cuts you out. Let's see, what should I do? But I'm, like, way stronger. Let me see if I should change my girly girls. How about I go to... Oh, I'll just do the auto here. And let's see if One-san's can see me. Go One-sans, I choose you! But yeah, Seinhausers and AKGs are no for me. They're too crispy. I think AKGs are really good for like old man narration because it really brightens them up. But like, do I sound like I need to be brighter? No, I don't need to be brighter. I'm as bright as they come. You do not need to brighten me up because I sound crazy. So yeah, I don't particularly like AKGs or Seinhausers. I don't love Sony microphones except for the Sony 800, but that's like definitely like more like R&B type microphone, which I do not think. So I think it sometimes makes me sound too buttery and it's not quite bright enough. And then Telefunkins are generally good for me. This is not going well. Why are these guys so hard to defeat? What's going on here? Die! Die! Oh no, I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, it's a time limit one. Die! What if I like loaded up with like people with like fast weapons? These guys are so strong. Oh no! No! Burst! Burst it! Burst! Still got 30 seconds. Do you think I'll make it? No. Ah! Ah! Only 5 left. No, don't let anyone else through. No one else goes through. Guys! Don't let him go through! No! Yeah, okay. I'm gonna... naruhodo. Oversensitive mic, vinyl seat. Okay. ちょっと待って。Let me... Fast weapons. Oh no! Oopsies. Okay, well. Alright, we'll just try it again there. You shall not. I'll just like focus it. I need a lot of upgrades, huh? Yeah. I don't like that one, no. Let me try to... Maybe if I take control of her and I focus on the ones that aren't dying. Alright. That one. No, you. No. Get him! Okay. Alright. Maybe this will work this time. I'll just focus on the ones that are getting too close. Don't let him through! Okay. なんか怪しいなこの人。全然。Get him! Okay. Yeah, this guy's always a problem. Grah! Yeah! Okay. ごめん、集中タイム。宮城。End is imminent! いけるよ Thanks, Motherinaちゃんさすがうわー 3, 2, 1 I win! Yay! よっしゃよっしゃ I won I won I won It took so much damage. Okay, well, how are we doing here? Woo! Nice. What's over here? Oh, hey guys.
What's going on?
I'm gonna change my lineup. I don't need you guys anymore. I'm gonna use mine. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna use you, and I'm gonna use. Hold on, there you are. My kilo's really strong. No, Chigo. Okay. Save. Boop. Bye. Okay. Start. Yeah, Motorina's like really useful for those. Why are you blushing about that? this was like a side story. Okay. Naruhodo ne. How about we make our own? We can get Maxwell to help. No. A mighty tool. Is that Maxwell? Yeah. Wait. こっち。お姉ちゃんがいる? Buff? I like how this dog says buff. Buff. Senti-chan! Kawaii! Super cute! Senti-chan kawaii nya. Oh, another one of these! Kilo's in the way! Kilo, 見えない! でかいもん! 見えない。キロ邪魔。いるかどうかがわからないし。多分大丈夫。You shall not. 怪しい。Kilo, you're too thick. I shouldn't have put it there. Full burst! There's so many of this like area protect thing. Not very good at it, have to say. She is incredibly useful, do have to say. Okay. いい感じだよ. The end is imminent. Pew, pew, pew. It's nice to have like a Kilo blanket though, cause like Kilo's also got a lot of bullets. Tap on 4. Have fun buying groceries. Have yummy bread and cheese. Bread, cheese. I think I'll finish this and call it a day. Like this little questy quest right here. Poor chat got bonked. Lumin bonk 5. I probably deserve it. I deserve it. I'm sure. I just realized I had my window like open, so like people have been like listening to me scream for a while. But yeah, anyway, back on the remote recording thing. I think you get like a larger range of unique voices, as Kaiser said, and like again, like a lot of like what I want to do in voiceover is like have more just like diverse voices, like both in location and also, you know, just more different kinds of people. Like I don't want only people from LA. Because then you end up with like things that are too heavily localized to the one area, and I think that, you know, English is such a global language, so it would be nice to have a little bit more representation. They should be grateful to hear my screams. My screams are expensive. Oh, I'm glad you like hearing about the industry. I know I mostly just like rant all the time about it, but for me, like, I think it's really great that the Texas and the LA crowd made dubs popular, because up until fairly recently, they weren't. And so it's really nice that, you know, we got some really great actors, and I think it would be wonderful to expand that. Because there's also great actors in Canada, great actors in the Philippines, you know, great actors in India. So it'd be really nice to have a little bit more. Because it's not like, you know, Tokyo and Singapore don't have voiceover communities. Malaysia, the Philippines has a really big one. And so it would be nice to also highlight the work that those people have been doing for a really long time. Because, you know, I'm at this point in time, I'm not a veteran of bilingual voiceover here in Japan. There's people that have been doing it for way longer than me. There's like Donna Burke and Lissa Wilkinson and stuff like that. They're in Tekken and Metal Gear Solid. Those were all done here in Tokyo. And people just don't know about them. And Lissa has actually moved to America, I think, in order to pursue more voiceover. But, I mean, she's a giant here in Tokyo. Like, she was in everything. She was the original
Panasonic
voice. She was, you know, Disneyland. And Donna was, she's a Shinkansen. She's also in Metal Gear Solid. Like, she's in everything, right? And people recognize the voices, but they don't really necessarily know who sung them because, you know, Japan's never been very good at, Japan's never been super great at, crediting its voice actors. Japan's always been a little bad at it. Still sad. Up until recently, we pretty much just weren't credited. But now we're starting to get credited more often, which is great. But it also means that I think people are then surprised that we're not in the West. They're like, oh, wait, you guys all live in Tokyo? And social media helps with that a little bit, but, you know. Yeah, there's so many! Yada! Yadamon! Yada! So many and cute. Did they win? Okay. Japan Bank won!
Panasonic.
I don't know who the current Pan is. It's probably Soness or something like that. But, like, yeah, the veterans are like Soness Stevens, Lissa Wilkinson, Donna Burke, what's his name? Andy something. John something. Peter, oh, I just worked with him. I'm so sorry. Peter. Max Powers. It's not his real name. So those are who I would consider the veterans. I'm not new, but I'm not super well known. Like, even like, you know, Hannah. I don't remember her last name. Nit, why would you make that effort? Were you bored? Ah, bleeder! Social media does kind of seem like a lot of people are in the same country. But it's really nice because then we can be like, actually, we live here. And it's like, what? It's always kind of nice to see like more people living in more different places than you thought. Like, oh, that VTuber lives in like, oh, Pennsylvania. And that VTuber lives in Indonesia. That VTuber lives in like Russia. It's super nice. Nah. I don't like social media that much, though. Like, I don't like using it. I've never been somebody that's very strong with social media. I'm still working on it. I'm trying so hard to, like, be better at it. My friends are like, you should schedule tweets. And I'm like, is that how that works? Does everyone else schedule tweets? I don't... I schedule, like, my streaming soon tweets, but I don't schedule anything else. Like, they're like, you should schedule your, like... You know, silly, like, if you think of something funny, you should schedule it. And I'm like, shouldn't I just post it then? And they're like, no, you should schedule it for, like, when the most of your demographic is going to be looking at it. And I'm like, how would I know? I don't think about social media anywhere near enough. All of my friends are like, if you even thought about it a little bit, you'd be better at it. And I'm like, Memes are great. That's, like, the thing I like about social media. Yeah, how would you know that? I have no idea. Yeah, Pareki gets me. Social media is like, ugh, I hate social media. Like, can I just like make the stuff? Because like as a singer and a voice actor, I really want to be working on singing and voice acting and not sitting there typing up quips that I thought of in the shower. Woo! Oh, is that a doggy? Ah, woo! Buff, buff, buff! Bow, bow! Oh, so you guys said that you had like the YouTube wrap-up thing, right? I didn't get one! I looked at my app, like the one on the phone, and it didn't give me a wrap-up. Did I not watch enough people for them to make one? Stella got a music one, but she didn't get anything else. And, apparently Stella's a V-Cha fan. That's what we learned. But she only listened to... Her most listened to song was, I think, only like 10 hours. Yeah. Then we realized we don't really use... I just use YouTube to like watch some shorts of my friends. Because I don't have enough time to like both stream and watch my friends stream. It's one or the other. But if it did a wrap up, I bet it would be Kira Lily as my number one. I actually watch more of her streams, I think, than anyone else. Because we stream at times that are good for each other because she's here in Japan too. So I'll be like, ooh, Kira Lily's streaming. I did watch, who was I watching? Oh, yeah, and like other VTubers as well occasionally, but I just don't really watch them. I don't have time. It's either I watch them or I stream. Yay, Cypher! That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. My friend sent me a screenshot of their wrap up and it was like all my songs and I was like, good job. It's nice to know that like you actually like my songs, not just because you're my friend. You know, I like that. It makes me feel fuzzy inside. I'm like, oh, thanks for actually listening to me. Yay. Yay, people are listening. He found doggy friends? Oh, woo. Which is why a social media analyst manager is a job, bro. Yeah. Oh, I would love that if somebody would just like pretend to... No. Yeah, when I was in Sony was supposed to be doing my social media, but then I realized a few years in they were not. And I was like, well, what was the point? Oi! They never made a post about Naruto. Not one. I was like, you didn't tweet Naruto? And they were like, whoops! I was like, hey, so I was looking back at my Twitter timeline. Did you not tweet about Naruto? And they were like, huh, guess we forgot. I was like, well, no wonder nobody knows I exist. That was funny but sad. Hellumin, how are you, cool devil? Welcome, doggy date. Whoopsies. They didn't post about the next anime either. I was like, well, what's... And they're like, it's not important. But this was back when like they like old... I had an old manager. And my old manager was like, just TV and radio is fine, right? And I'm like, do you think this is 1984? No! We gotta post about it on the Twitters, on the internet. And he was like, can't be that important. And I was like, I think it's pretty important. We should put it on YouTube. And he was like, you what? He was like, Vivo? And I'm like... Whatever, just put it online. And then they're like, we're gonna restrict it to Japan only. And I was like, no! And they were like, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And I was like, really? If you look it up, it's still restricted to Japan only, guys. And I was like, you're gonna restrict it to Japan only? And they were like, yes. Because it's a Japanese song. I was like, what? And then it didn't go on Spotify until 2018. And I was like... But also cry. I'm laughing, but it's to cover up the pain. Yay! Oh, I'll take it. Third most watched makes me happy. Thank you, Bunny. They weren't bad managers. They were just, old-fashioned. Unfortunately, when I was active in Sony was a time when the industry was going through kind of a bit of an upheaval. And all of the management and the label staff didn't know how to sell things through the internet. They only really understood how to do things with television and radio. And they didn't really understand YouTube or Instagram didn't even exist in Japan. Nobody had one at the time. Twitter was relevant, but only kind of. And so they didn't understand how important also doing influencer stuff was to traditional artists. So I debuted right when it was really important that you started using social media, but my managers were in charge of my social media. I did not have access, and they didn't post on it because they didn't think it was important. And then several years later, they were like, wow, you don't really have very good social media numbers. And I was like, why? And they were like, dunno, I guess people don't like you that much. And I was like, really? And then I looked and I was like, did you post about Naruto? And they were like, no. And I was like, did you post about anything? And they're like, no, it's here so they can find you. So they can follow you. And I'm like, why would they follow me if I don't post? I was like, I don't think they're gonna follow me if I don't have anything to say. And they're like, oh, what do you want to say? And I'm like, I don't know that I sang Naruto. They're like, you've got Facebook for that. And I'm like, do I look like somebody's auntie to you? But it's okay. I took control of my social media after that. I was like, how about you give me my social media back? And they were like, no, but sometimes artists go crazy on social media. And I was like, I'll be fine. And they're like, but what if you say something wrong? And I'm like, I'll be fine. I'm very careful. You gave me media training. I can do this. And they're like, yeah, but we've had artists that go kind of crazy on social media. Please don't. And I was like, I'll be fine. And they're like, but we don't know what you're saying in English. And I'm like, the same thing I'm saying in Japanese. I literally translate all my tweets. And they're like, oh, okay then. They're like, but we don't know. And I'm like, run it through Google. Yeah. Oh well. It's okay. I'm trying to fix it now, but I'm also not very good at social media. So like, it's one of those things where like, I'm definitely like 5 years too late to try and fix it. But we'll just see what I can do. I guess it's about what I do from now. I'll do my best, but I'm a wee boomer as well, so I'm not good at social media either. I'm better than my ex-management were, but I'm not an influencer. I'm not great at it. Oh, very convincing. Uh-oh. Ugh. Missileless research group. It was crushed by a building the top, yeah. Okay. Nothing. Nope. Oh, okay. Thanks, Missileless research group. Scary. Okay. I gotta do what's the influencer voice? What's the I actually don't, maybe this is why I'm not a good influencer. What's the influencer voice? Is it like the TikTok voice? The, when I did blah 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 on TikTok. Like that one? Is it that? Is it that? Is it that? What's influencer voice? How's Stella with social media? She has a Twitter. I don't think she's posted on it since last year. I'm pretty sure she's not posted on it this year. I don't think she even has a single post on her Instagram. Yeah. I am, between the two of us, a genius at social media. So she was actually advising her company for social media a little bit because the person that was doing it didn't know what a retweet was, or like a quote tweet. And she was like, okay, we retweet this kind of thing. We should quote retweet this kind of thing. And they were like, wow, you must be some kind of social media wizard. And she was like, no. And they're like, you should be our advisor. And she was like, no, I should, nope. And they were like, yay, Stella! And she was like, oh no. And that's not her job. She has a whole other job that she does. But she's now advising her company for social media, which is not recommended. So she asks me all the time, she's like, do you think this should be a quote retweet or a tweet? I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, so do you think we should tag this person and that person? I'm like, yes, you should. But you shouldn't tag that person. You should leave like a space there, or a slash or something. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, the artists don't like that. She's like, oh, okay. And so, yeah, no, it's, yeah. Yeah. Blind leading the blind. Anyway. Stella has a YouTube. Stella doesn't have a Twitter. Stella has a Twitter. You know what I mean? Stressing certain voice patterns to retain attention. Oh, interesting. I just talk. Okay, so like, does he do like, you should do blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, that's annoying. Oh, should I? Okay. I'm gonna look that up fast. That sounds okay. Stressing certain voice. influencer voice. Okay, I'm gonna look at it, but I feel like my voice is not probably what people are looking for an influencer. I don't think they're going for wah! But we'll see. We'll see. I will see. Etymology nerd. Yeah. Okay. I'll look it up. Etymology nerd. Got it. Okay. I will continue to use Lumin normal voice because I'm gonna be really honest. I wanna try and fix my social media for the voice inside, but I also don't like social media. So I will see what I can do that won't kill me inside. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hate it. I don't want to hate myself. So I will try and do it in the most authentic to me way possible, which is probably ranting about books. That sounds like me. Me ranting about manga sounds like the thing that I want to do the most. Okay. What's this BGM? It's me! Sorry. It's the NIKKE summer event. It's called Set Sail. It's me! Yay! You can find it on Spotify and on YouTube. I believe it hit 150K recently on Spotify. Now that I'm counting. I wouldn't do that. Nah, I don't check every other day. What? Okay. Alright. Alright. I will see you guys next week for definitely at least one karaoke stream and hopefully more gaming. Yay! Am I allowed to sing Set Sail for karaoke? Probably not. Actually, if it was not me, I probably could. But because it's me, I probably can't. So, I sorry. But yeah. Awkward. Yeah, if it wasn't like a song I sang, I could probably sing it so sad. I'll see if they have like the karaoke version publicly, because if they have it publicly, like I could sing it on a non-karaoke. But if it's not a publicly available karaoke, then no. Then no. Anyway, I will see you guys next week for karaoke. Archived, so I won't be doing anything shady this time. And then, we'll see what else I feel like doing. Yay! じゃあまた来週ね。来週絶対歌枠配信しますので、お楽しみに。そして、ゲームの配信しようかな。まだ決まってないけど、何かする。じゃあまた来週ね。See you! I love you! Bye bye!